Vanessa Warwick here with a spotlight interview on a quick sale, and I'm joined today by Managing Director of AQS, Richard Watters. So welcome, Richard.
Thank you.
AQS, very well known and respected brand in the property arena. You've been going since 2003. Tell us a little bit about the history of the company.
Okay, well, as you say, we started in 2003, and by the end of 2004 we had full national coverage through a franchisee network. Since then, AQS franchisees have bought over 5,000 properties, so it has been successful. Obviously things have changed in recent years. The whole economic climate and the whole below market value market has changed dramatically, and we obviously aren't operating at the levels that we were in the heyday of 2006 and 2007. But we've got some quite exciting plans now to move into a new direction.
Yes, so how has AQS evolved and changed with the times and the property market?
Well, initially we just had a franchisee network, and all the properties were bought by franchisees. Since about the middle of 2008, we've also been sourcing property for external investors as well as franchisees, and also franchisees have been trading properties themselves to external investors. We've continued in that way. But obviously the investor market now has become even more difficult. Investors are very, very demanding, and some of the ways of financing property that happened in the past are no longer available, as we all know. So it really has changed quite a bit, and we've obviously evolved and moved with the times, and we have to keep on doing that to succeed as any business does.
Of course, and I was at your open day yesterday, and one thing that you said is that no matter what the property cycle, there's always opportunity, and you have seen a new niche and you've launched AQS Estate Agents. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, well, the background to this is that we've been aware for some time that a lot of people are coming to us, as they always have done, wanting to sell their property quickly, and being prepared to sell at a discount. But in the current climate, the kind of discounts that our investors or franchisees are looking for doesn't really make it viable for them to sell. The other option of selling on the open market isn't a very satisfactory one for them because the market's so tough. So what we've been trialling over the last 6 months or so is basically a below market value estate agency, where we match people who are prepared to sell at a discount, but not necessarily at a deep discount, with buyers who are proceedable and ready to buy. They could be cash investors, or they could be perhaps first-time buyers. And it's that model that we have trialled, as I said, and are now moving forward with on a franchise basis.
Because that strikes me as being a very nice bolt-on to the existing franchisees. Is that how you saw it?
Yes, absolutely. For the franchisees that are with us, it will be a bolt-on. It means that basically when they get inquiries that perhaps before they had to decline, they couldn't do anything with, they can now actually make use of those inquiries and basically facilitate a transaction that is good for the client, and obviously good for them, that they can make money out of it. But we're also having a big launch to get more new franchisees in on this basis as well, because we think it's a great opportunity for people who are interested in property and want to be involved in property, as many people do, to be able to do that without necessarily having to have lots and lots of money to be able to buy the properties themselves. And we've had a lot of interest actually from people that see this as a great way of getting involved in the property market for the first time.
Absolutely, and you've chosen an online agency model, and that has the backup and resources and all the lead generation of the AQS system that's already fully proven. So could you talk a little bit, why did you choose to go for the online model?
Well, I think traditional estate agency, I wouldn't say it's dead, but it is very much in decline. I mean, these days over 90% of people looking for a property search online, and therefore an estate agent office, in my opinion, is an expensive bit of PR. People aren't really interested when they're looking for a property, you know, where the estate agent is and how nice an office they've got. So it's an unnecessary expense. We can still do everything else that an estate agent does, though. We can market the property very heavily, mainly online, but using traditional methods as well.
Across all the portals?
Absolutely. I mean, literally hundreds of portals. We can use all the offline marketing, just as a normal estate agent does. And we can still offer a personal service. We can still go and visit somebody in their own home, or our franchisees can, and you know, create that relationship and that trust that you need to actually make the thing work.
Of course.
So we can offer as good as, if not a better service than an estate agency, without having to be have an offline presence.
And how much support do the franchisees have from the AQS mothership?
Well, they have the systems that we've built up over the last few years is probably the first thing. And we've invested a large six-figure sum in what we call AQS Online, which is our lead management system, but it's much more than a lead management system. And I haven't really got the opportunity in this interview to go into it in great detail, but existing franchisees would know what I mean by how effective that is. So they've got a system that works really well to start with. And they've also got support. Within that system, there's a very lively forum. Both directors and managers and also other franchisees are always happy to help. We have a policy that every territory has exclusive postcodes, so none of our franchisees are ever in competition with each other, which encourages them to share their experiences and ideas and help other people. So there's lots of help in that way. We do all the traditional things that a franchise does, induction training, ongoing training, conferences, the whole lot. At the end of the day, we believe that we should be making our money by our franchisees making money at the same time. We make money when they do a deal, we charge a fee. We're not interested in making money through large upfront franchise fees. Yes. That's not what we want to do. So we need it to be successful. So we want to invest in our franchisees so that they are successful.
Absolutely. So that leads me nicely to the fact that it is a low entry level fee to become a franchisee. Could you just give a quick idea of the cost?
Yes, well, initially, because we want to expand our national coverage quickly, just in the same way as we did originally with a quick sale back in 2004, we're offering the first 10 franchises at £247.50. And no, I haven't missed a zero off that. It is actually the fee. It's basically for nothing because we want people to come on board and start doing deals, build our presence, help us to refine the model, which I don't doubt it will need some refining, and help us to be successful. Obviously that price won't last forever, but even then the franchise fee is always designed to be cost effective. As I say, we don't really want to make most of our money from franchise fees, as some franchises do. That's not the way it should work, in my opinion.
Absolutely brilliant. So thank you very much for that. If somebody has watched this and is interested in finding out more, what's the best way to contact you?
The best thing to do is to email me on richard.watters@thequicksale.co.uk. Happy to speak to them by phone or by email and take it forward. We'll also be holding open events. We have another one in June, and we'll be holding them in offices in York and across the country over the next 2 or 3 months. We like to do it that way because then people can also benefit from other people's ideas and thoughts at those open sessions.
So if they'd like to come along to one of those, they can get in touch as well for an invitation?
Absolutely.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for those insights, Richard, and good luck with the new estate agency side of AQS. Very interesting and exciting. That's Richard Watters, Managing Director of A Quick Sale. Hope you've enjoyed this interview and thank you very much for watching, and do get in touch with Richard if you have any questions or comments about what you've seen today. Thank you.